Richard Hall, and Joe has asked me to give him some advice that I want to pass along to the viewers for the 12 Days of Merchmas video series that he's doing. So I thought I might spend a little bit of time here at work before everybody got here and go over some of the things that I've learned in the year and a half that my wife and I have been doing this. A little background, we've been doing it, like I said, for about a year and a half. We've gone through many ups and downs following the different things that have been going on with merch and with our family as we try to do this part-time. We also do FBA, eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, and we both have full-time jobs and a 5-year-old son. And so we have a lot going on, and it is pretty hard to spend a lot of time on merch. And that kind of is the first point that I wanted to make, is one of the things that we learned, that success, at least for us, is directly tied to what you're investing in your business. And in this case, it's merch. We've got our FBAs pretty much on autopilot. I do books and other things we find at thrift stores and garage sales, but I don't spend a lot of time on it, and it's not a huge money maker. But with merch, when we first started, we didn't spend a lot of time, and we didn't spend any money on it, and it wasn't really going anywhere. I didn't have any design background, neither did my wife, so I was just playing around and trying to learn what I could through YouTube and different things like that, until she suggested that we go ahead and pay for some designs from Glen Zubia of Merch Minds. Before he got real big and famous, he used to do designs for us, and he did a great job. And those actually got us out of the 25 tier, because when we started, you started at 25. And so that was a direct correlation between spending money and then seeing results. And so after that, I decided to give it a little bit more of my attention and start learning a little more about designs, doing some more text-based stuff, and kind of learning what I could about it. And we saw results. We did get lucky in January of this year with a kind of a woman's march type shirt that took off right around the inauguration. So that is one factor that some people see a lot of success in, getting lucky, or finding a niche accidentally that blows up. And ours only lasted a week, maybe a week and a half, and then it was kind of gone. So we did see some success then, and I think that helped us get out of the 100 tier that we were in. So now we're at the 1000 tier. We're still frozen out, but still working on designs. I'm more organized. One of the other things that we invest money on now are tools to help make things more efficient for me, because we don't have a virtual assistant. My wife hasn't had a chance to work on it much lately because she just got promoted, so we're actually trying to do as much as we can with as little time as possible, because we don't have a lot of time. So I've invested in tools, Merch Lister Pro, which helps me list a lot faster. Once you've got your keywords and title and everything keyed in to the spreadsheet, you just do some quick key combinations and it fills everything out for you. It'll do the colors for you and everything. I can list a shirt in 2 minutes. It really just depends on how long it takes the picture to upload, and then everything else is super fast. So it's easy to get the spreadsheet out, to export it, add some variations if you have different colors that you do, or if you want to do premium and long sleeve, you can create different entries for those. And so I could do 10 shirts in 15 minutes. It's nuts. I've got a lot of tools on my iPad and on my computer that help me design faster. I have paid for graphics packages and fonts packages in the past, and I've seen a lot of good sales from using those that you can't just find on a free site, because everybody has access to the same stuff. If you're using premium stuff, it's less likely that people are going to see the same thing over and over.
What's up, guys? Glen with Hustler Hacks on YouTube and the Merch Minds podcast. And just a little advice for 2018. I know right now it's a little discouraging. We're all hoping for a massive monster December on Merch by Amazon, but things happen. Didn't quite work the way we thought it would. But why not make March 2018 your biggest month ever? Or August 2018 your biggest month ever? We don't have to rely on Q4 and December, November, December to make big money. We can do that all year round. So my advice would just be, for the next couple of weeks, decide what you're going to do for merch. How are you going to expand? How are you going to grow? Add more designs, add more listings. I'm coming up with a game plan too that I think would work for me as far as like outsourcing and how to build that up. So I think right now just spend the time doing that so you can be ready for, January, February, March and build that up. We got some pretty good holidays coming up, good money makers, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, etc. So focus on that and let's get away from the December discouragement of 2017, move on to 2018, and build up the proper game plan.
Hello everyone, Neil from Merch Informer here. Today I want to do a quick video for Joe in the Merch University group. I was asked to give one piece of advice, and I was kind of thinking, what am I going to talk about that other people haven't talked about yet? And one thing I see that people are not often aware of is that Amazon sometimes discounts your shirts. So if you're doing research here, you'll see that the lowest price of, these dogs shirts is $9.62. That's lower than any merch shirt should be, and people are often not aware that this is actually Amazon discounting their own Merch by Amazon shirts. So my one piece of advice is to go into your catalog of shirts, and from there, maybe every week, maybe every couple weeks, open up all your shirts and see if any are actually on sale. So what it will look like, we'll just head over to the one that I found. I looked through my catalog and didn't see any on sale, but it'll look like this. So it says $9.62 to $7.99. Now, this particular shirt is normally going to sell at $17.99, but as you see, it's $9.62. So my one piece of advice is once you find these shirts, as you'll see, this one has a BSR of 4 million, but it's on sale for $9.62. This happens when Amazon gets a return. The shirt wasn't worn, they get returned and fit, but they already printed the shirt and they need to get rid of it. So they put it on sale, and if you find these on your own shirts, you can simply purchase them yourself. Don't leave a review, but purchase them yourself, so you will get the full royalty for the full price based on paying only this price. So you can purchase it yourself. It's going to spike the BSR, which means all of a sudden this shirt is going to get better visibility in search. You get the full royalty, and now you have a shirt for less than $10. So that's my one piece of advice. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and you are crushing Q4. Thanks.
Hey, what's up everybody? Leland here. And Joe reached out to me to give you some tips that I had for merch. So I just took out a piece of paper and a pencil and wrote down the first 5 things that came to my mind. So here they go. Number 1, emotions. Tap into the emotions of people first and foremost. Are these people going to have some kind of emotion when they wear this shirt? It doesn't have to be a bad emotion. It can be a good emotion or a funny emotion. It can be anything, but just have that in your mind when you create a shirt. Think about the shirts that you wear or see people wearing. Are they tapping into emotions that people are proud to display? Next one, learn something every day or keep learning every day. That can be online. That could be going out to the store and checking out the shirts, looking at a website, or just listening to people, quite frankly. But learn something every day. Keep your creativity in tune by constantly keeping your mind open, your ears open, and your eyes open. Next, don't get overwhelmed by all the information out there, and don't get overwhelmed by other people's numbers, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what everybody else is doing, okay? So just try and always keep that in mind, and don't worry about everybody else. Next, have fun. You gotta have fun with this. If you don't have fun with it, it's just like a job. So have fun with it, and just make it part of your repertoire of business. Don't spend so much time, refreshing your sales page and, hours and hours overthinking a design. Just put it up there and see what happens. And that brings me to my number 1 tip, and this kind of applies to everything in life, in my opinion, but do you. Do what you like doing. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Just don't worry about it. Do you, have fun, get creative, pull that creativity out of you. Believe it or not, a lot of us are more creative than we think, and I've learned that from some very wise people. So that's my number 1 tip. Do you. Have fun. Don't get overwhelmed by others. Learn every day. Try and have fun. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hey guys, welcome to the 12 days of Merch Xmas, whatever it's called. So the things that I've learned are, I've got a list here. Number 1, tiers are more important than profit in the beginning, so be patient. Tier 10 to tier 500 is really, really slow. If you can, buy your way out of those low tiers, so that'll increase things. The next one is stop comparing yourself to others. Just because someone is in tier 10 and making a bunch of sales doesn't mean they're always playing by the rules. So, you know, take stuff with a pinch of salt. And don't drive yourself crazy looking at other people's dashboards. Just find a profit on your process and just expand on your own process, and just don't worry about everyone else. The next rule is stick with proud, passionate niches. So like artistic designs, I'm not really going to do too well on Amazon, as opposed to like a cute pug type of shirt. So, you know, dogs, cats, hobbies, occupations, you know, try to stick with passionate niches where people are proud to wear a t-shirt. The next rule is stay organized with your Google Drive and Google Spreadsheets. Keep track of all your keywords because you're going to need them again one day. I know it's easy to be lazy at the start, but you will regret it if you don't just kind of keep track of everything. So the next rule is when you're doing research, look at the history of your shirts with a there's a tool called keeper.com, and you can see the pricing history, and you can see if it's a long-term seller, as opposed to, you know, a lot of merch, if you only have like one sale, and, you know, that's not going to be the best research choice. So try and find research shirts with history. The next rule is don't price too high. Don't listen to the people who are emotionally attached to their $27 design. You know, find a sweet spot. Perhaps start a little bit lower and then work your way up to find a sweet spot. But there's no set rule with this. Just find your specific sweet spot. The next rule is never miss submissions, because if you don't hit your submissions, you're leaving money on the table. There could be some like freezes that, you know, we're going through a freeze right now, but you know, that day that you forget to hit submissions, you're gonna regret it. So, you know, try to hit your submissions. So if you've got a job or you're too busy, don't be afraid to invest into pre-made designs. So I recommend a website called merchcomplete.com. I think Joe will put a link in the description or whatever. So you get the keywords and the design, and quite a high quality design. It's got research, the trademark checks and stuff. So yeah, check it out. The next rule is judge your sales monthly and not daily, because I see a lot of people, they freak out because like they have more sales, they have less sales than they did yesterday. So don't drive yourself crazy. Look at your overall sales monthly, not daily, so you can have, you know, you can gain some sanity. The next rule is once you're in the higher tiers, it can become a bit too hectic to keep up with. So you got so many submissions, so many designs. Say you've got a job, say you've got a family. So don't be afraid to hire a team. So hiring a team was a game changer for me, so I can actually go back to having a life. If you know nothing about how to create a team, there's a product called merchautopilot.com. Check it out, look at the information, and it will teach you exactly how to create a team process, so you can go back to having a life again. The next rule is do not have all your eggs in one basket. Diversify with other pods, Etsy, Redbubble, you know, work on other businesses, because, you know, it is getting harder and harder to make sales on merch. So don't put all your eggs in the merch basket, for heaven's sake. So the next rule is use some free Chrome tools. So there's a tool called Pretty Merch that's going to help you just kind of see, you know, it's going to help you with editing your prices, stuff like that, and you can see your stats. There's a tool called OneTab that's going to help you with opening multiple tabs. And DS View, that's going to help you see the sales rank of you when you're doing research. And there's a new one coming out soon from my friend. It's called Merch Buddy. You're going to like it. It's going to help you with uploading the process a lot faster. So it's called Merch Buddy. And the last rule is I actually made a free video course on Skillshare. I'll put a link in the description. It's just to teach you the basics, what to look out for, and how the process works. So yeah, it's totally free. And I think Joe put it in the description. So yeah, that's it for now. Happy Christmas. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.